And moving on, diplomatic tensions between Egypt and Ethiopia have escalated over a mega dam on the Nile River. Egypt claims that Ethiopia's actions on the Nile have triggered flooding in Sudan. This as it accuses Addis Ababa of opening the gates of the mega dam it inaugurated last month. Ethiopia has dismissed the allegations as false. Cairo accuses Addis Ababa of reckless and irresponsible management of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or the GERD. Now, it is Africa's largest hydroelectric project on the Nile River. After over a decade of construction, Ethiopia officially launched the $5 billion mega dam last month. This despite the continued objections from the downstream nations, Egypt and Sudan. The dam can transform Ethiopia into a regional power hub, supplying electricity domestically and exporting the surplus. However, downstream nations, particularly Egypt, have spent over a decade criticizing the dam. Cairo calls it an existential threat that could dry up the Nile, which is its primary source of water, providing 97% of its fresh water needs. Last week, Egypt said that the dam had released enormous quantities of water immediately after the inauguration, resulting in the flooding of agricultural lands and submersion of villages in Sudan. Egypt called the dam illegal and blamed Ethiopia for reckless, unilateral measures. Egyptian authorities have also activated emergency protocols. The Prime Minister warned that the water levels may continue to rise through October, threatening the northern governorates. Local authorities have already ordered evacuations of riverside homes. Now, Ethiopia responded to Egypt's allegations, calling them false and defamatory, and an attempt to mislead the international community. Addis Ababa says flooding in Sudan is due to the White Nile tributaries' rising water levels and has nothing to do with Ethiopia. Repeated assurances by Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed that the dam will not harm other Nile Basin countries, and his description of it as a shared opportunity, have failed to convince the downstream neighbors. Several international efforts have been made to mediate the issue, but none have succeeded. US President Donald Trump has publicly claimed to have mediated the dispute as he demanded a Nobel Prize. However, there are no signs of a resolution, and Ethiopia has rejected outside interference. Now, the dispute has evolved into a broader regional rivalry as Egypt has sided with other countries in Africa that are at odds with Ethiopia. It has supported Somalia in a port dispute with Ethiopia, so the issue seems to be growing in scale following the inauguration of the dam, with diplomatic tensions showing no signs of easing.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.